What's good, y'all? It's Zay back here holding it down. I got some 2K gameplay playing for y'all in the background, but this video is how I ruined my early 20s. We gonna start this off from when I was 19. Um, Basically after high school, I started smoking. Started smoking weed or whatever. Never smoked weed in school though. I linked up with some friends that I was cool with freshman, sophomore year, and was basically smoking with them like every day. And at the time, I had a girl, but she was in college, so we was kind of like on and off. When she'd visit, we'd see each other, but while she was in school, we was just kind of doing our own thing or whatever. And when she came back, I dated her in ninth grade. Um, she broke up with me. Then we got back together. Took her to prom, and we spent the whole summer together. Graduated, everything. Went everywhere together. Got close, and then she went to college. I took a gap year. I was working. Um, then when she came back after the COVID stuff happened, and we was on lockdown, she came back and basically um we were kind of like getting even more intimate in our relationship. So when I went to LA with my uncle, and I was staying at his house, and I guess she pulled a pregnancy prank on me, and I didn't know it was like a Father's Day prank because I didn't realize it was Father's Day. Um, she had pulled a pregnancy prank on me. Basically, saying she was pregnant or whatever. I was slick excited, but at the same time, I was scared because I was like, bro, how I'm gonna tell my mom? Like, I'm still living in my mom crib, earning minimum wage. How I'm gonna take care of a kid, bro? So, I was scared. Though when she told me that, I was kind of relieved, but at the same time, like I was mad as fuck that she did that. So, excuse my French. So I blocked her, and I ended up unblocking her. We talked a little while after that. But my mom, she told me I was bogus for doing that. And looking back on it, I was bogus for doing that. Because I had somebody who was riding for me, who had my back, and it's hard to find that nowadays. And just looking back on it, I probably would have did things a little differently, but can't live in the past. So, if you young out there listening to this and you got a girl that's sticking beside you, make sure you hold on to that. Um, you know, don't tolerate disrespect, but have some boundaries. But yeah, hold on to that. So drugs, breaking up with my girlfriend, send me down a little spiral. Um, then the drug use got a little heavier. So I was smoking every day at this point. While I was out in LA, at first it was just fun, but then it was just because I was like alone and had nothing to do. Um, so once I got to college, I was just known for smoking everybody out. I had all the snacks. I was getting a little money in. Uh, I only had like I bought all my books and everything. I had groceries, so I was like, what else to spend it on except weed and clothes? You feel me? So that's what I did, and um, started slipping in my classes. But I really started slipping into an even deeper funk once my parents got divorced. They divorced while I was at school, uh, or they filed for divorce while I was at school, and that was hell. Started smoking even more, and then it's a little uncomfortable to talk about because I ain't really open up about this. But then came back home after I flunked out. I decided I was gonna drop out, but I forgot to withdraw from all my classes, so I basically flunked every class. I was in good standing before, but then I flunked every class after that because I just didn't care no more. I didn't want to be there. Um, so then I came home, was getting this job with my bro Ray, but then I had got a hold of these mushrooms, and I was just tripping. Like in a 5 day span, I took 7 grams of penis envy shrooms, and those some real strong psilocybin mushrooms, like one of the strongest strains. I should have made that right there, though. Yeah, that's one of the strongest strains, and my bro could tell you I was tripped out. Like I was looking, my mom had to let him in the house because he called me to come pick up these edibles before we went to work or whatever. And I was just in my room, just staring into the closet, like seeing all types of visuals. Cause it was like I had a walk-in closet and it was just a dark wall and it was just home. It looked like a portal opened up or something like that. And I was just staring into it. And then a little time after that, the job didn't work out because they was playing with like the HR was playing with getting me my clock in and everything like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna just go with something else. Um, then I got in a house fire because I left an incense on the Xbox, and on my dad's Xbox, I played the PlayStation, but my dad had an Xbox and he didn't live with us no more. So I lit an incense, put it on the Xbox. The Xbox caught fire. Tried to put it out with a towel because you can't put electrical fires out with water. And then what ended up happening was the embers from the fire on the towel sparked the fire again while it was in the laundry room. My mom came home. I didn't even know it was a fire. Um, my mom came home and she was like, the house burning down. So yeah, like that hallway burnt up. It was like ashes all up against the wall and whatever. So we had to live in a hotel for 3 weeks, and my first time being in a mental institution, I was sober. This is probably like a month, almost a month after I took the mushrooms, or like a couple weeks after I took the mushrooms. Um, so I was still tripping. I didn't know trips could last for like months. So I was still tripping, but um, while we was in the hotel for 3 weeks, I was completely sober and no weed, no shrooms, no nothing. So then we were going to Chicago to stay with some family, and um, long story short, I ended up in North Georgia after being at my driving from my uncle's house because my uncle living in Atlanta. One of my uncles lived in Atlanta, and we were at his house, and we were going back. I was like, I'm gonna go back to the hotel to get some sleep, but ended up in North Georgia because my phone died, lost the GPS, took the wrong exit. Then my car died, ran out of gas, and I was in some white neighborhood, and the cops didn't believe that I wasn't off drugs or anything like that. So they took me to the hospital, basically tried to John Doe me because I ain't asked for no call to call nobody or nothing like that because I didn't trust them. And uh long story short, they took me from the hospital after finding all my tests were negative, and they put me into a mental asylum because of that. And then the at the mental institution, they basically said I was schizophrenic or bipolar because I wouldn't talk to anybody. Um, like I open up, I had brief conversations with people, but I just wasn't talking to nobody. And yeah, so that was because of me just not trusting the police to handle anything, concerning my life. But then after that, we were in Michigan for a little while. Uh, I was homeless for a minute, sleeping on family's couch for about a year and a half. Then we moved to Houston, and in Houston, I had a good thing going for me. I was just quitting jobs because like nothing was really. I couldn't gravitate towards nothing. I felt lost, man. Like I felt like the world was ending. Like I had no direction in life. I felt like there was nobody there to really help guide me through. But yeah, man, that's basically how my early 20s got ruined. I didn't party. I didn't go out, explore, adventure, uh, travel, any of those things. Like I wish I would have. I was never really a party guy, though. Traveling, I still want to do more of that because I did a lot of that in my teens. Um, but growing up, having getting your own money, you want to afford these things, and I wasted a lot of time and opportunity, basically not being able to express express myself and put myself in these positions to be more social, to have to be financially stable, to be mentally stable. I've been in 5 mental institutions um, in a span of 2.5 years. So that's just it's not a 3 years actually, and it's not a good look. So uh, here's to me just going on a better path, uh, gaining some type of foundation and structure to actually stand on. So later in the future, I'll be able to enjoy the fruits of my labors, and live life how life was intended to be lived, not stressing, not being drug free, having somebody who could hold me down and support me, having a career and stable income. So that's all it's about, man. But if y'all enjoyed the video, y'all know what to do. I don't gotta tell y'all what to do. Um, just keep holding it down, man. Saga continues.